Hello YouTube content providers, my name is Ron. I am the founder and one of the owners of Brokers Insight. We help YouTube content providers secure sponsorship by utilizing our unique patent pending monetization process. Today we want to introduce our monetization process to you, and we want to invite any and all content providers who are achieving 10,000 plus impressions per month to contact us at 1-866-935-5322, 1-866-935-5322. Okay, let's go through a brief presentation, and then let's jump into YouTube so I can show you an example. So let's start off with the problem. The problem is there are very few ways to monetize YouTube. One program is the Google AdSense program, which a lot of content providers are subscribing to and are utilizing today. You've got the pay-per-clicks that are surrounded on the outside of the content inside the YouTube player. You also have the in-stream banner pay-per-click ad that the viewer can close out or click on. The problem with that one, as we all know, is the viewer actually has to click on that advertisement in order for it to be monetized. Or you can embed sponsored messages into the content. That's a good option, but once you've embedded that sponsored message inside the actual content, in order to remove that sponsored message, you need to re-edit the content, remove it from YouTube, and then push it back up to YouTube. And the last thing you want to do is to actually affect your content in that way. Okay, next you could do a product placement. Now there are several YouTube users out there that are becoming more and more popular, and the advertisers and sponsors are contacting them and requesting that they place their products inside their videos. And the YouTube user might get free product, a small licensing fee, but the problem with it is if the content becomes truly viral, then there are no chances for additional royalties or additional monetization opportunities based off the success of the content. So once again, it comes back to giving the content provider the ability to manage their content and the sponsors. So there might be a couple of other variations of these three opportunities, but all will affect the content and leave the content provider with very little control. So what's the solution or alternative? It's Brokers Insight. We want to lease the YouTube annotation feature from you, the content provider. By monetizing this new YouTube feature, you will be able to be paid by multiple advertisers for all of your content. How great is that? To be paid for all of your content. Plus, you'll be able to manage the annotation feature without disturbing your original content. That means if the advertisers change, or the advertiser wants to change their message during the campaign, the content provider can change that message without disturbing your content. The annotations will enable you to maximize the monetization opportunity throughout the content lifecycle. So Brokers Insight will pay the content provider each month for each video. On average, we'll pay the content provider $350 for each video per month between 10,000 and 30,000 impressions. Next, on average, $650 per month per video between 30,000 and 75,000 impressions. And then finally, on average, $900 a month for each video between 75,000 and 125,000 plus impressions. As you'll be able to tell, the monthly income for you, the content provider, is actually quite significant. So if we tally the monthly rate times how many videos were $2,800 for those 8 videos between that range, or $3,250 a month for this many videos, 5 videos between this range, and $1,800 a month for the 2 videos between this range. So total monthly income is $7,850 for the 15 videos, for an annual income of $94,200 on average. Now that could be more or that could be less depending on the performance of the content. There are some bonus programs built into Broker's Insight. Okay, now here are the simple requirements. The content providers are required to do the following. You will place a single line annotation on top of your content. You will link the annotation to the advertiser's content within YouTube. You will place the advertiser's URL inside your channel page. You will manage the content inside the annotation. So the advertiser will provide Broker's Insight the message, the information, and then you, the content provider, will key it into the annotation and post the annotation. You will provide Broker's Insight with a weekly screen capture of Insight reporting. Now the Insight reporting I will go into in more depth later on. You will provide preliminary content reporting information to Broker's Insight in order for us to deliver this to the advertiser to help them understand who is watching your content to make sure it's in line with their target market. Advertisers might have you upload their content to your own account. That might be a single video that they might have you upload to your account. Okay, next, the advertiser might request an ad hoc report inside the YouTube Insight reporting feature. That means the content provider would be required to provide us with a screen capture of this particular report requested by the advertiser within a 48-hour response time. Now note, this will be at an additional fee to you, because the advertiser won't get that for free. They'll have to pay for that additional cost for that ad hoc report. The advertiser might request a change in their message during a campaign. That means they'll provide us with some changes. We will send those changes to you, the content provider. You'll make those changes in the annotation section per the request of the advertiser, and there will be a fee associated with that, so an additional income for that service. And that too will be required to be done within 48 hours. You'll be committed to a level of service and timely responsiveness. It's important to provide a good, timely service to our sponsors and our advertisers. Content providers, for your information, most advertisers will agree to a 3-month contract, and then they will evaluate based off the content's performance and the impressions the content is receiving. To ensure your success and to sell your entire inventory, please focus on impressions and do whatever you can to make the content successful and get as many impressions as possible. Next, Broker's Insight will pay the content provider monthly. This payment will be broken up into 2 payments to ensure quality of service. Alright, that's the end of part 1. Please make sure to click on the annotation above to move on to part 2 of this video. I appreciate your time. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us at 1-866-935-5322. Once again, that's 1-866-935-5322. And please click on the annotation above to move on to part 2 of this video, which will discuss the annotation feature as well as the reporting feature inside YouTube. Thank you.